Good morning, afternoon, or whatever time you are tuning in on the internet to watch this 2025 budget presentation for Hamilton Church of Christ. This is the fourth year that I've done it this way. It seems to work pretty well, so we may continue doing it as a video presentation. It takes up less time during the service, and we have more time to worship. Last year we had about 52 people tuned in to watch. So I appreciate everyone that does take the time to go through the different works that we're involved in and looking at what we have done in the past and what we're doing for the future with the funds that are being given. And we certainly hope that we are utilizing those funds in the Lord's work and making things better for the church here. As I always do, I take a couple minutes to review our actual results for 2024. We started the year with $156,775 in cash, and we ended it with $94,319. We also have a CD, or not a CD, we have some stock in Southern Company that was donated several years ago that is kind of an emergency fund if we need it. And the value of that's about $20,000. The reason that our cash decreased at year end, we can attribute that to a couple of different factors. One, we purchased a Ford Transit van, a 2022 model, for $43,000, and so that's a pretty good chunk of the $62,000. Also, we did a lot of remodeling of the floors, bathrooms, and painting, and I'll talk about that a little bit further into the budget. Our contributions, our weekly budget was $93.50 per week. As of early December, our actual contributions were $8,869, and we anticipate that number to increase some when we get to full year results in, which we do not have at this time. As I'm recording this December the 23rd. So we are a little bit short between budget and actual contributions, and hopefully we'll get that back up a little bit closer. Usually try to review what special contributions we've had in the past year. We did have, when all the hurricane came up through the coast and up through East Tennessee and West Virginia and North Carolina, there was a tremendous amount of damage in those parts. So we had a special contribution for that that was sent to a church in North Carolina, and another one to a relief organization affiliated with the church that serves a lot of meals. They go everywhere. Whenever there's a tornado, hurricane, or whatever, a natural disaster, they're on the spot. So we had nearly $6,000 contributed towards that. And then we had $1,671 contributed towards some other things. Probably $1,000 of that was to go to for meals for those that need it. So that was a total of 7,641 special contributions this past year. If you see, we have a bar chart of the last 6 years. On the left, you have your actual contributions, and on the right, you have your budget. And as you can see, if you take out 2021, it's been just a little bit of increase each year, or it's kind of been mostly flat for the last 3 years. So it just gives you an idea of what our contributions have been a little over 9,000 per week. After meeting with the elders and deacons back first week of December, we reviewed everything that we wanted to put into the budget, and we came up with a budget for the coming year of $9,400, and that's only $50 more higher than what it was last year. I think this is a highly achievable budget. My prayer is that everyone will take the time to evaluate your giving. I know at this time of the year it's very hectic and busy for everyone, but as we start a new year, I know, when everyone takes their time to review their taxes and different things, and actually look at their income coming in, please take some time to review what your giving is to the church, and try to increase that each and every year. Now we get into our operating expenses, and this first page is our first. The big item here is our staff salaries, minister, and this year is going to be the minister and secretary, and also a youth intern. So that's $177,000. That's including payroll taxes included with that. Vision preachers, gospel meetings, ladies' day, $88.50. We always have visiting preachers throughout the year, and I'm sure we'll be planning another summer series this year. Sandra already has the ladies' day planned. We have a gospel meeting planned for May with Reed Swindle. So the next line item there is education, literature, VBS, and supplies. Paul Calvin takes care of the education department. He's very much involved with Lads Leaders, and he also gets our staffing together for our classes, and we appreciate the work that he's doing in that area. There is a new daily devotional book that we purchased for the congregation. If you'd like to take advantage of that, the name of it is His Table, and it is a book of the Lord's Supper devotionals that will take you throughout the year, and that's published by the Jenkins Institute, and I would encourage you to get one of those books and take advantage of that. VBS this year will be at Burleson. We hosted it last year, and we're trying to every other year rotate it between here and Burleson. Under worship, communion supplies, video and security, close to $8,000 in the budget for that. Ron Clark takes care of the scheduling for Lord's Supper and also the evening communion. Takes care of that. And we will, as far as I know, we're planning to keep doing communion the way we've been doing it. We're using the all-in-one communion cups and the boxes in the foyer for to put your contribution in. Chris Warner, something new is taken over scheduling our prayers for since the last couple months, and he will continue doing that. Of course, Andrew Lindsay is in control of the control room crew and scheduling, and we appreciate the work they're doing and the high quality of output that they are putting out when we record all of our sermons, and also keeping the volume control during the services, and it's all that they do up there. Jeff White's in charge of our security team, and he does a good job with that. There's several men in the congregation are involved in that. This year they're planning to add more, continue to add cameras during, we have some in the hallways, and we're going to try to get the rest of the hallways covered. He's also planning to have a security seminar this year, and you can't get enough training for that. That would be very beneficial for those that keep us protected during services. In the area of fellowship, Henry Bonner and Bob Moore have been working in that area. There's plenty to do when we have a fellowship in the building. I would encourage everyone to help volunteer to help clean up and help with those. We did have some plans to purchase some new chairs last year, and we did not get that accomplished, but we are planning to purchase some new chairs for the fellowship room this coming year. Bob and Henry also have the zone program set up, and we have a method of contacting people to take care of getting food to those that have been sick at home or grieving loss after loss of a loved one. Next, next slide is for our youth, and Jared Thornton and Andrew and Paul Calvin have all been working with the youth, especially since Will is no longer working with us. Paul especially helps coordinate the last leaders, and they're getting ready for our convention coming up at Easter right now. CYC is coming up in February as usual. Included in the budget is various other youth rally events, mission trips like we went to Jenna each and every year when we do a VBS down there, Horizons at Freed Hardeman this summer, other special events, retreats, Maywood, and Jared and Andrew have also been teaching the teen classes, and they have met with the parents on a quarterly basis to plan a calendar out for the new year, and I think that's planned out through the spring already. And one other thing I want to talk about, starting in January, Max Fowler, who is a student at Freed-Hardeman, he's got one more year of schooling left. He will be our youth intern, starting in, like I said, starting in January. He has one more year, and he'll be working part-time in the spring and full-time during the summer, and again part-time next fall. We're planning for him to be at Last Leaders, CYC, and other big events that we have, and hopefully he'll be able to make it down once or twice during the month to help teach class or attend, go to Devos, and try to get involved with our youth. And I'm really excited about that. I think he'll do a good job, and we certainly want to give him all the support that we can once he gets here. We'll talk about facility management, and like I said, I think we did more improvements to the building and the grounds than I can remember since we've opened the building, actually. We did have a big improvement of fixing the roof one time, and we have repaved the parking lot in the past, but this year we did more things for the inside. And last year, we did the landscaping around the building, and I think that improved the looks. This year, we had all the hallways repainted. Then we put new flooring down in all the hallways and the bathrooms. The bathrooms were completely remodeled, from the sinks and cabinets in there, and all the dividers were replaced. New mirrors, just about basically everything in the bathrooms were replaced, and had added some decorations to that. Thank Eugene Linda Cashin for doing a lot of work with that. They really have the bathrooms looking good. We remodeled in the foyer after we got the new flooring down, and there's new furniture in the foyer, and it looks really good for times when we might use that for a shower or other special events for that. The outside, everything was pressure washed, sidewalks, doors around the building. Then we had the steeple pressure washed, and all around the siding around the top of the walls. Last year we also had some of the parking lot lights converted to LED, and so there's been a lot of things that have been done in this past year, and I'm extremely proud of the way the building looks and the effort that's been put into that. This year we're going to increase the building maintenance dollar amount again to $101,480, and like has been mentioned in the bulletin, we are having a special contribution at the end of the year to help offset some of the cost of redoing the parking lot. We're not sure if it's going to have to be completely replaced, or if someone can come in and do a good job repairing it and sealing it. But either way, it's the cost has gone up considerably since the last time we did it. So we'll have to wait and see what the estimates are going to be to do that. But unfortunately, parking lots do have to be repaired, and we have a big parking lot, and hopefully we'll be able to get that in good shape again. We also have the on the schedule for the auditorium to be repainted, and you never know with as many heat and cooling units as we have when one of those is going out, and some of those can be quite expensive, as we remember last year when we had cost nearly $40,000 to replace one. Some of our other costs are going up. Electricity is going up. I noticed Alabama Power got approval for about a 5% increase. So we have to include that in the budget. Insurance has been a thorn in the side for the last 2 or 3 years. Not just for us, but for everyone that has property. And that includes churches, and our insurance at Maywood Camp has gone up a tremendous amount. Last year, our insurance here went up nearly 30%, and I thought, well, it should get back to normal this year. We got another letter the other day saying that property insurance was going up another 41%. So for 2 years, that's probably a 70% increase or more. Most people are having a hard time finding another insurer at a lower cost. Some insurers are getting out of the markets. That's just the way it is right now. It's very unfortunate, and a lot of people can't afford those type of increases. We want to thank Alan West and Kelly Jones for their help in taking care of the building. Excuse me. And Henry Janice Bonner for keeping the building clean. Next, we want to go to missions, and that includes divide that up into 2 sections. One is kind of a local domestic missions. As you can see, we continue to support. We've supported many of these for many years. Heritage Christian being at the top of the list. Child Haven, Freed Hardeman Bible. That's Freed Hardeman's Bible Department. Maywood Christian Camp. We started in supporting Jenkins Institute a couple years ago. The Sulligent Mission is been helping support the Sulligent Church of Christ, helping them get back on their feet. And we had a meeting with them earlier this year, and they are going to try to make a go of it on their own in January, but us and Winfield, and I'm not sure who else, we're planning to at least support them one more year, just to make sure that they're in good shape. We are increasing our benevolence this year, $3,000 or $4,000. We don't have much money in the pantry, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Rick Chambliss has been purchasing the food for our pantry, and if you're ever down here at the building, there's people that comes by all the time needing help and food. We do have so much that we give out each week. We make boxes or little boxes of different varieties of food to hand out, and I know that's a big help in the community. We do give a $1,000 scholarship to anyone in our congregation that goes to a Christian school for next year. Don't know if we got anybody this year, but we usually have that in the budget. One thing I mentioned about the benevolence going up, we're planning to contribute $250 per month to the food pantry that Dr. Kerr started a few years ago. We have several members of our congregation that work with that once a month. The food is distributed at Wathas, down close to Wathas. And they're doing a great work with that. Some of those that I just mentioned, we haven't increased some of those in since I can remember, and so we are going to increase Maywood $50 per month. We're going to increase Freed Hardeman Bible Department $50 a month, and Jenkins Institute $50 per month. So let's move ahead to foreign missions. We just have a small amount in there for World Bible School. We haven't done as much work with World Bible School as we have in the past. We're still supporting Joe Warndall in Haiti. That's a very dangerous work going on down there, and we supported him for many years. We are going to increase the Gospel Chariot in Africa, $1,000 per year, and they visited with us just recently, and that work there is just really spread out over the last 20-25 years. They're in South America, Africa, Australia, Philippines, several different places where they have spread out and doing a tremendous work there. Barton Kaiser, who works in Dallas with Latin American missions, he helps train and get mission crews trained to go out into the field. He will be here this coming Sunday, actually, to give us an update on that work. Wayne Barrier and other missions. We've got $6,500 in the budget for that. Wayne does a great work also. He's in Southeast Asia and China and the Philippines and some in South America. He usually gives us a report at least once a year, and we've supported them for several years now. Jerry Sarton and Paul Logan are working with all the mission works and reviewing those. And we're proud of the work that we're doing in those areas. That concludes my detailed part of the budget. As always, I want you to consider increasing your support for the work in Hamilton. We need to be a praying people. Pray regularly for the whole work being done. Pray for God's blessings on reaching the lost and building up the saved, and help us be generous givers. And as Proverbs 21:5 says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty. So I'm looking forward to this new year, and I hope you are too. And thank you for tuning in to this budget presentation.